So now I'd like to introduce our next Penguin Podium speaker, Julia Key. Too popular. She is a psych major with a global health minor, and concentration in secondary. I didn't even go here. She is very active in Delta Gamma as well as the Harvard College in Asia program, and she is also, wait for it, a key member of our 6th floor community and the House at large. Please welcome Julia Key.
Thank you, Sanad. A journey is best measured in friends rather than miles. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. I could fill a Pinterest board and then some with the romantic visions many of us have about traveling. And don't get me wrong, with travel comes some incredibly unique experiences and stories. Collages of smiling faces and exotic locales, and GoPro shots from the sea and sky are the images of travel that inundate us on social media. Too often, though, I find myself only talking about the wonderful aspects of traveling. But what about those times when I am uncomfortable? Pushed out of my comfort zone, maybe intellectually, culturally, and/or socially. What have I gained from traveling to over a dozen countries in the past 3+ years? I've learned the value of becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. On the surface, my life seemed very safe and secure at Harvard. I was lucky enough to go to college with 2 of my best friends from high school, one of whom, Victoria, is now my roommate. Home was a 30-minute drive away. It was easy to avoid the things that scared me, and I was very good at doing so, especially freshman year. I walked on to the varsity track team and used that as an excuse to say no to every other extracurricular activity that came my way. During the summer after my freshman year, however, I took a big step outside of my comfort zone and served as a teacher and tutor at the Marapula School in Gaborone, Botswana. Getting to Botswana was a challenge, as it was my first time traveling internationally by myself. I remember waving goodbye to my parents and sister, turning the corner of the airport, and bursting into tears. It suddenly hit me that this was it. I had no friends I could rely on to ask questions, no family encouraging me, no one to comfort me or offer a much-needed hug. I was terrified. But after somewhat regaining composure, I realized that I needed this. I needed to experience what it was like to accomplish something truly by myself. When I finally landed in Botswana 46 hours later, after nearly missing my connection in Munich and staying the night at a partially burnt-down hotel in Johannesburg, it felt like the biggest accomplishment because I was fully responsible for getting myself there. It was while living in Botswana that, for the first time in a while, I got to experience the concept of free time. And boy, was I uncomfortable with this newfound free time. Like all of us on Harvard, when on campus, I feel like I'm constantly running from classes to office hours to a power nap, and then to extracurricular A, B, and C. All this free time in Botswana gave me time to introspect. It was here where my new friends started asking me really tough questions. Not the automatic, how are you, or what are you up to today, that I was so used to answering with a rehearsed one-liner back on campus. But digging deeper, they asked why I was still on the track team, even though I was constantly getting injured, and didn't seem to have the same passion for the sport. What did I want to get out of my remaining 3 years at college? Was I really happy? I had no quick response to any of these questions, and that was uncomfortable and scary. But soon I realized that this uncomfortableness is where the answers lie. I had to do some exploring. What if I quit the track team? What if I decided to join completely new extracurricular activities? What if I spent a semester studying abroad in Spain? With time, these what-ifs turned into reality, and although scary at first, each respective decision has shaped my college experience in profound ways. It wasn't until I spent more time traveling that I came to realize that there's nothing inherently wrong with being uncomfortable. In fact, it's usually in this uncomfortable space where the memories, yes, both good and bad, are made. It's the uncomfortableness that tells you to bungee jump 333 feet off a bridge, or to say yes when friends ask you to road trip to the Cape of Good Hope, and then climb a mountain in that same day. When I came back to campus, suddenly the things that I had once thought were too scary became more palatable. I started speaking up more in section. I took a risk and chose to study abroad during my junior fall semester. I asked more meaningful questions of my peers, which in turn helped me form more intimate and significant friendships. A few weeks ago, I passed through Logan Airport's Terminal E, the terminal from which all international flights leave, and yes, the same terminal from which I left for Botswana a few years earlier. This time, however, I felt a sense of empowerment, a sense of, I know what I'm doing. I realized that I was actually looking forward to the spring break trip in Mumbai that lay ahead, regardless of the challenges it might throw my way. I truly felt that I had become comfortable with being uncomfortable. So my challenge to you, both underclassmen and my fellow seniors, is to step outside your comfort zone for some period of time. Study abroad for a semester or a summer. Or just spend a weekend in the woods with fellow Quincy penguins. Invite that professor to faculty dinner. Ask your crush out on a date. Ask your friends how they're really doing. Yes, it might be terrifying at first, but I can assure you that the more you step out of your comfort zone, the easier and more rewarding it will become. Thank you.
So much, Julia, for that wonderful speech, and thank you all again for being such a great audience. Thank you to the senior class for being the greatest class of all time, and for going out on a limb with us with this program and really helping us launch. And juniors, we're going to top it next year, so start thinking about those speeches, yeah? All right, thank you all, and have a good night. My speech was missing?